Yeah, God, this is the message. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn póun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kì í sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n láwọn lálágbára. Ó ní kì í sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n ní àyànfẹ́ lára. Ó ní kì í sọ fọ́ba kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn póun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. 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 Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán.
This is Joshua. He's hungry. Today, he's not eating any food. Literally nothing. He's not just hungry, he's starving. In all reality, Joshua will die of hunger-related disease, maybe not today, but not that too long in the future. He'll join the other 11,000 children who die daily of hunger-related diseases. Now, Joshua is not in some barren desert like the Sahara where there is no food. Literally, a 5-minute walk up this hill, there's a small supermarket where you can buy as much food as you really want or would need. Joshua's issue is that he's an orphan. His guardian neighbour is trying to raise her own 3 children by herself and then also look after Joshua and his little sister. But she has no job. How do you put food in the belly of your own children, let alone your dead neighbour's children? She tries, but what's her chances? She's got no education, she's got no unemployment benefits, she's got no social security. It's not that she's fallen through the cracks of the system, there is no system. She literally has no way to put food into Joshua's belly. This is Joshua. He watched today as some lucky children went to school. He so wishes he could go to school, but it costs 50 cents to go to school here. And he hasn't got 50 cents. 50 cents. He's not alone. Most people in this slum, they live on $1 or $2 a day. How do you take the dollars that you earn and pay rent, buy some food, and still have 50 cents left over to pay for school fees? You just can't. He won't go to school ever. No education, no learning. He'll remain illiterate, not able to read or write. And Joshua will stay here and die in this slum. And along with maybe the other 60 million children in the next decade who live in the slums on our planet. Now, I know that the Bible has lots to tell us about the poor. In fact, there are over 2,000 verses in the Bible that tell us who seemingly read and follow the Bible that we should take the side of the poor and the oppressed. And we all know that if we follow Jesus, we're following someone who himself was poor. But theology is never done in a vacuum. You see, it's one thing to believe that God loves the poor. It's another thing to see it firsthand or see it through video and say, okay, God loves the poor, and because I love that same God, I should love the poor also. But who we listen to determines what we hear. Where we stand determines what we see. What we do determines who we are. So who are you? See, Joshua's only problem is that he was born in the wrong place. He didn't choose to be born here. So should he be condemned to a living hell now because of a choice he never made? And now something else is about to happen to Joshua and his family. It's about to get dark in this slum. And there's no lights. There's no police present. I mean, during the day, we see the chaos, we see the trash, we see the smell of sewage, we see people walking around, we see them barely surviving by their living. But at dark, we don't see what happens. 1 out of every 3 women in Haruma have been beaten or abused. Nearly 1 out of 2 10-year-old to 19-year-old girls, 45% of them, have been raped in this slum. Turn the sun off, and this slum and little Joshua live in fear of violence. And in the dark of night, no one knows what happens. No one's here filming it. It's hidden, but it's real. But this is Joshua. He's still here. He can't escape. And what did he do wrong? Nothing. Nothing. What we do determines who we are. Is there someone out there who's willing to walk the way of Jesus, to be his hands and his feet? Is there something or someone who can pierce the darkness and bring light into even the darkest place on earth? So here's the good news. There are some incredible people who live in this slum who are walking the way of Jesus to help Joshua, to give him food, to give him a safe place to grow up, an education to empower him. You know, for 17 cents, food can be put in his belly. $35 a month will give him an education to empower him out of the cycle of poverty. And the good news is, you can join this movement. You can be a part of helping this Joshua and many other Joshuas. Join the movement to kick extreme poverty off the face of the planet and live out the gospel of Jesus Christ in a most powerful, real way.
Hi, good afternoon to you, live all the way from London. Yes, I salute each and every one of you, and I hope I meet you all well, in top form and in good spirit. Yes, it's a brand new day. A brand new day that we will all go into episode 1208 of our usual series, The Bleeding Edge, live on Facebook and on Twitter, and at the same time on YouTube. I salute each and every one of you. Today is Tuesday, the 14th day of the 12th month of December 2021. Indeed, the year is gradually coming to an end. Indeed, it's gradually coming to an end. The time in London is exactly 15:33, and the temperature currently here, it's a bit warmer today. It is 13 degrees Celsius outside. I'm just giving you the update so that if you're flying in from a hot climate country coming into a cold climate, I'm just giving you an idea of how warm it is today. 13 degrees Celsius. Welcome to my live stream. Yes, I salute you. Yes, Alaja Idayatu Muriana, good afternoon. You're watching the stream on YouTube. Emmanuel Wilfred, good evening. Wilfred, is that a newcomer, or you've been one of our silent viewer? Uche Timothy Eloma, good evening. John Utuk, good evening. Wow, Didi Mwabudike, I've got some pictures for you. Not fit for me to publish, but I'll send them down to you on your messenger, Facebook Messenger. James Coker, Elijah Idayatu Moriana for Larry. Yes, is that you watching it on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time? Yes, good afternoon, live from London. Yes, we're going to dig deep. Before we go into the analysis of that clip you've just watched, and then that will subsequently take us through into our topic of discuss this glorious day. Let me tell you exactly the message that I picked up. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and this is a divine instructions. Divine instructions. I don't know whether based on the prayers that I offered this few couple of days on the live stream. You see, I never offered any prayer today because the instruction that I gathered from the spiritual realm is that at the stroke of midnight in Odua land, did you hear that? All Yoruba's sons and daughters, take proper note of this. At the stroke of midnight in Odua land this night, you know, midnight Odua land means we are already the next day, because midnight is the hour between night and day. So at the stroke of that midnight, that will usher us into Wednesday tomorrow in Odua land, God, the superior being, said he's sending down into the heart of Odua land an angel. That angel might not be visible physically to some people, but the angel that is coming into Odua land, I'm afraid to have to tell you guys, it is the angel of destruction. And at the stroke of that midnight in Odua land, midnight, at the stroke of that midnight, those of you who are in Nigeria, before it is too late, go out there and buy yourselves just one black candle. One black candle. And get yourself a fresh new pin or nail. Write on that black candle in bold, Nigeria, written lateral reversal. Are you listening? Nigeria, written as, guess what? Lateral reversal. So let me show you exactly what you need to do. And this is it. I will show you and I will tell you exactly what you will do. Okay? You will basically write that in opposite direction. That's what we mean by lateral reversal. Nigeria in opposite direction. Write on it. And then ignite that black candle at the stroke of that midnight. Bearing in mind, you should have prepared this ritual before midnight, but at the stroke of that midnight hour, light that black candle that you've written Nigeria, lateral reversal. In other words, Nigeria, the other way around. Not right reading, wrong reading, we call it in the printing and publishing industry. Wrong reading. Lateral reversal. Now, at the stroke of each and every midnight, that angel will leave and then begin to visit where all Yoruba sons and daughters are, depending on where they are, on the latitude and the longitude plane. That angel knows where all of us are. I'm going to perform the same ritual here in London because I'm giving this out. And I've gone out, I've got my own black candle, and I've prepared myself. In fact, because I am giving the message, I specifically charged that black candle with some oil that will destroy many, many things. Not anointing oil, destructive oil. Did you hear that? In England, that angel is coming straight to England because at the stroke of midnight, it is 1 o'clock your time in Odua land, but you light it there, and the next port of call where that angel of destruction is coming is here, the UK. And that's when I'll perform mine. In fact, I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am going to be that midnight, because I'll have to do certain things. Somewhere, I've got the instruction on what to do. This is not a physical battle. It is a spiritual warfare. Do it. I've charged up my own black candle, and it is there. I will be out there at 12 midnight. I'm afraid I cannot disclose exactly where I am going to be. That's the message. And then from there, that angel of destruction is going to go to, it will reach Asia. And why has Wednesday been specifically chosen? Because Wednesday in Yoruba language, Wednesday is regarded as a day of confusion and a day of disruption. Confusion. And then next coming Tuesday, we're not done yet, because Tuesday is Ọjọ́ Ìṣẹ́gun, Wednesday Ọjọ́rú, Tuesday Ọjọ́ Ìṣẹ́gun. Next coming Tuesday, again at the stroke of midnight, next coming Tuesday, that is Monday stroke Tuesday, at the stroke of midnight on Tuesday, another angel is coming down, and that angel will descend the same spot that the angel of destruction descended upon. And again, this time around, right Yoruba nation. And if it is Odua land, right Odua land, it all means the same. On white candle, straight like that, not reverse, not lateral reversal, straight as it is. And then at the stroke of that midnight on Tuesday, Monday stroke Tuesday, light that candle and let that candle burn completely. Again, that angel of peace will leave the moment that leaves Odua land. It's equally coming here, and I have other things to do as well. And I'm going to meet that angel somewhere again, different from where the angel of destruction and I met. White is purity. White is peace. Because guess what? Tetragrammaton Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts, radiates in white flowing gown, and all those angelic beams equally radiates and vibrates in glowing white. Yes. See, the tape, again, the intro tape showcased the very good work. Some people are doing to elevate extreme poverty that all those shithole African leaders subjected their own people to. That was the sad story of Haruma and Joshua. What we do determines who we are. What we do surely determines who we are. Sylvanus Sly, thank you. Steve Osagir, good evening. See, some people don't be shy when I mention, don't be scared when I said black candle. I know most of you might be too scared. But the more people that performed this ritual, the more energy we send up to where it comes from or where it came from. If God has given you the grace to carry out those divine instructions, please do it for the sake of that Yoruba nation. If you're really sincere and genuine in your hearts of hearts, do it. Alaja Folake Lawiye, I can spot you. Yes. You saw it. I'm going to kickstart today's show with this clip. Watch it.
My job is to serve you, the people. Because there is one point we politicians...
It's coming, it's buffering, ladies and gentlemen. It's buffering. We'll get there. Yes, because it's reading the file straight from my...
Politicians need to remember, it is that the people are our bosses. My job is to make your streets safer.
Let me start all over again. Yeah, here we are. Boris Johnson. Our Prime Minister in the United Kingdom. PM?
My job is to serve you, the people. Because there is one point we politicians need to remember. It is that the people are our bosses.
The people.
My job is to make your streets safer. I'm going to give in with another 20,000 police on the streets, and we start recruiting forthwith. My job is to make sure you don't have to wait 3 weeks to see your GP.
Did you hear that?
And we start work this week with 20 new hospital upgrades and ensuring that the money for the NHS really does get to the front line.
You hear that?
My job
It's to
is to protect you or your parents or grandparents from the fear of having to sell your home to pay for the costs of care.
Thank you, Boris.
And so I am announcing now on the steps of Downing Street that we will fix the crisis in social care once and for all with a clear plan we have prepared to give every older person the dignity and security they deserve. My job is to make sure your kids get a superb education wherever they are in the country, and that's why we have already announced that we're going to level up per pupil funding in primary and secondary schools. And that is the work that begins immediately behind that black door. And though I am today building a great team of men and women, I will take personal responsibility for the change I want to see. Never mind the backstop, the buck stops here.
Thank you, Boris. Yes, thank you, Boris. That was the maiden speech. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. That was his maiden speech when elected as the Conservative Prime Minister. See, touched on literally all those important areas. His job to protect the people is having to rule over. His job quickly gave that signal that 20,000 police officers will be employed, will be immediately right from the step of number 10 Downing Street. Every word that came out of the Prime Minister, the civil service, they've commenced work. He doesn't have to see the money. He doesn't have to sign the check. Just come up with your own policy and your plans. And the active civil service under Her Majesty's government, God bless the Queen, automatically starts work. Everything. Please, if you feel you're not comfortable, you're free to check yourselves out of this platform, because it's not going to be easy. In episode 1208 of The Bleeding Edge, let's see this. See, that was the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. Okay. Watch this. This is coming. And most of you will remember this one. My heart bleeds. Did you hear that? My heart bleeds. It's bleeding profusely inside me. Watch this. You can see that clearly. Bola Ahmed Tinubu assault monarch. Let's see it.
Banditry will continue.
You hear that?
But àwa wo ọmọ yín tó tún ní lárí.
No policy, nothing. Look at.
Máa fà lé lọ́wọ́. Èèyàn tí wọ́n fọkàn tán ni. Ó lè má ga, ó lè má sọ̀rọ̀. But ọgbọ́n tó wà lórí ẹ̀ encyclopedia of finance.
Can you hear all this bullshit?
Kò dẹ̀ nígbà rìbá tó ní jí yín lówó tó bá dé owó ló wá kó jókòó ṣèkò ẹ̀ lówó ẹ̀.
Did you hear that?
Lọ́sùn.
You hear that? You hear that?
Wọ́n lè máa sọ pé Jagaban aṣíwájú ó wá fi èèyàn kan ṣàjẹ́lẹ̀ ó wá fi ìbọn mọ́ sọ fún ọ pé ìlú lè wá ní gan.
You hear that?
Obìnrin o kábíyèsí ni tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ níwájú yìí lówó.
You hear that? Kábíyèsí kò lówó.
Ṣùgbọ́n kì í ṣe dáadáa sílùú yìí.
Dáadáa orí burúkú wo ni Bọ́lá Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe sí ọ?
Ká fàwọn ọmọ yín ṣiṣẹ́ ká dá sílẹ̀ sí bí.
Ok, iṣẹ́ mélòó ló tún wá dá sílẹ̀ sí o?
Àǹfààní tó ń gbèlú dìde tó ń gbèlú jìnnà nìyẹn. Ká rí ọmọ tó kọlu ẹ̀ pé tó jọmọ tí ká ní òkè lọ sílé kó lọ ṣe nǹkan ribiribi kó ṣàǹfààní ẹ̀tọ́ fáwọn èèyàn ẹ̀. Àdúrà kí ọmọkùnrin èkó délé ó ní wọ́n wí ó lẹ̀lẹ̀ ń wí ibẹ̀ ipò yẹn lọ́lọ́ fi sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yìí ló máa kérò kó wálé.
Bọ́lá Tinubu ó insult Adé.
Oyètọ́lá ṣe nìyẹn.
You see?
Ọmọkùnrin dé ó kérò kó wálé. Torí
you hear that? You did. Ṣé ẹtúgbọ́ moron tó ń sọ continuity?
Oyètọ́lá tá a tún ní kẹ́ẹ̀rí gbà tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ ọmọ yìí o. Àbáyétọ̀ àdẹ.
What do you think? What do you feel? Jaga rubbish, according to you, Alaja Folake Alawiye, you said Jaga rubbish. Tó ń sọ níwájú kábíyèsí pé kábíyèsí ò ní owó tí tòun lọ́wọ́, pé owó kọ́ ni ẹni tó fẹ́ impose lé wọn lórí, pé kò ń ṣòwò ló fẹ́, so kò fowó. What about gbogbo owó tó máa fi jíṣẹ́ fún lẹ́kọ̀ọ́? Ṣe rí wọ́n sọ bọ́ ṣe fẹ́ educate, bọ́ ṣe fẹ́ ó láwọn máa provide iṣẹ́. Ẹjọ́ iṣẹ́ mélòó náà ti provide? Education mélòó ni gbogbo wọn ti provide? Education mélòó ni Bọ́lá Tinubu fún rẹ̀ ló provide lẹ́kọ̀ọ́? 2 terms, 8 years to fi rule. Jaga rubbish. Darani George Won and Alaji Aremo Sholade Alakufo, you're welcome. Now, ẹ wo eléyìí o. Ẹ bá mi wo eléyìí. Ẹni tó sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ owó ẹ wòran pé òun lówó ju kábíyèsí lọ. Watch this.
Pictures online and the surface, bullion vans coming out of your.
Listen, Emma God.
Bullion vans. And those ballot papers. Where am I voting now? Where am I voting?
Excuse me.
My money or government money. I don't work for government. I'm not an agency of government. Let anybody come out to say I'm.
Look at his mouth. Eric Benue ṣe dàbí o. Ó ṣe rí bí òkú adìẹ. Look at that.
President Muhammad Buhari, APC, in the last 5 years, they should prove it. I'm on my own.
You see that?
I'm committed to my party. So, even if I have money to spend in my premises, what's your headache?
You see? You see that? And they are laughing. Look at, they are laughing. All of them are laughing.
I don't represent any agency of government. And I have money to spend. If I have money, if I like, I give it to the people for free of charge.
You see that?
As long as not to buy votes. You were talking about yesterday. So who are those watching my house and looking at bullion fans? They want to
You see? You see? Still insulting you. See, Bola Tinubu stole the Lagos Treasury. Bola Tinubu said he is the landlord of Lagos, that he owns Lagos, that Lagos belongs to him. Nǹkan tí àwọn tó ṣíwájú tán ṣe, Brigadier Mobolaji Johnson ò ṣe, Baba Jakande ò ṣe, gbogbo wọn tán ti rule lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn wọn ò ṣe. Ní 1991, don't forget, this same Bola Tinubu tí ó ti gba power, ó lóun ò believe in one Nigeria. Ṣẹ́rí bí àwọn olórí burúkú leaders tẹ́ni, ṣẹ́rí bí wọ́n ṣe ń da ọpọlọ yín, wọ́n ń da ọpọlọ yín, wọ́n ń dàrú. Wọ́n ń dàrú. Ah, God, help us. Watch this.
Yeah, God, this is the message. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn gbóhùn ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n láwọn lálágbára. ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn bóun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. 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 Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán.
Yes, thank you very much, Wikis. I'm going to actually put a link down in on the stream, on the live stream. You can please click the link and support Wikis. That will take you straight down to his PayPal account. If you like the tune, just help and promote him just with $1. Click it and you will definitely get a link to download either an MP3 or an MP4. I'm still going to bring in Wikis onto the show at some point in time because he's based in Moscow in Russia, and I want you to please support. Tomorrow it could be your own family that we're raising this same concern for. He's waxed a very beautiful song to which I'm hell-bent on promoting the song because Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ó máa dé bá Bọ́lá Tinubu àti gbogbo àwọn tó pera wọn ní olórí burúkú leaders tẹ́ni. Don't make life hell. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ rí? Ṣé àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n lè mú omi yẹn? That is exactly what is happening. It's going to be muddy and it's going to be ruthless. See, let's see. Boasting after looting the treasury, looting Lagos, the money that should have been used to better the lives of the people. You had Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of Britain, telling the whole world his job is to protect us. Are you being protected? No, seriously. How many of your African shithole leaders protect you lot in that Damboroba African nation, African nations? How many? It is the same sad story everywhere. I said it. It won't be easy. See? It won't be easy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
The world's longest ocean bridge opens to traffic today. The 26-mile-long bridge has taken 4 years to complete and links the eastern city of Qingdao with 2 offshore islands.
Jiaozhou Bay Bridge, the world's longest ocean bridge, opened to traffic Thursday morning in the eastern city of Qingdao in Shandong Province. Spanning 26 miles across Jiaozhou Bay, the bridge connects Qingdao City with the two offshore islands of Huangdao and
How much
Hongdao.
does it cost?
The sea bridge is the longest of its kind in the world.
Can you
It
hear
costs more than 1.5 billion US dollars and has a life
1.5
expectancy of 100 years. During its trial operation, the bridge has shown to greatly reduce travel time from downtown Qingdao to the
1.5
surrounding
billion US
areas.
dollars.
The
26
natural inlet
miles.
of the sea, Jiaozhou Bay has three main ports. It separates Huangdao from Qingdao City and borders on two other cities, Jiaozhou and Jiaonan.
You hear that? 1.5 billion US dollars. $26 miles. Your shithole Muhammadu, fake latex Muhammadu Buhari that you put inside Asorok in conjunction with Babatunde Rajifashola, Minister of Works, constructed 1 mile over the bridge, the Niger Bridge. Guess what? 1 mile. $2 billion. $2 billion. Just 1 mile stretch of a bridge over the Niger. But the Chinese constructed a 26-mile bridge over ocean, not river, over ocean. So for each mile of that bridge, if we should divide it up, I probably, in fact, let me get my calculator. Guys, let's quickly do this again.
Yeah, God, this is the message. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn, kì í sọ fún wọn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn gbóhùn ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kì í sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán.
Yes, that was got a picture of extreme poverty. The Chinese. Let's replay that once again. Let's replay that.
The world's longest ocean bridge opens to traffic today. The 26-mile-long bridge has taken 4 years to complete
26
and links
miles.
the eastern city of Qingdao with two offshore
26
islands.
miles.
Jiaozhou Bay Bridge, the world's longest ocean bridge, opened to traffic Thursday morning in the eastern city of Qingdao in Shandong province. Spanning 26 miles across Jiaozhou Bay, the bridge connects Qingdao City with the two offshore islands of Huangdao and Hongdao.
Ocean,
The sea
not
bridge is the
river.
longest of its kind in
Ocean.
the world. It costs more than 1.5 billion US dollars and has a life
26
expectancy
miles.
of
I'll
100
tell you
years.
exactly.
During its trial operation,
Yeah.
the bridge has shown to greatly reduce travel time from downtown Qingdao to the surrounding areas. A natural inlet of the sea, Jiaozhou Bay has three main ports. It separates Huangdao from Qingdao City and borders on two other cities, Jiaozhou and Jiaonan.
See that? 26-mile long bridge cost 1.5 billion US dollars. 1 mile bridge over Niger in Nigeria cost $2 billion US dollars. So per each kilometer of that bridge over ocean, per kilometer, the Chinese spent 57,692,230 US dollars. Per kilometer. Hello. Now, let's now see this. This is the way I want to take this with you lot today. And oh dear, have I got this? Where is it? 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 I know I have it somewhere here. Or have I not brought it in from where it was? Okay. Okay. Yes, I think I need it. I think I need it actually, and I think I know where it is. I think it should be somewhere here. I need to play this because I know I worked on it. Can it be okay? Can it be here? Sorry guys. Oh dear Lord, where exactly have I kept that? Is it here? No, it is not there. Show up yourself, please. Okay, it could be here actually. Yes, it is here. Yeah, it is here. I want you to please, guys, share it. This is still preambles. Share it. Watch this. Watch Festus Keyamo, here Buhari minister, for discussing China law.
Now, that's in the middle of this debate than Africa, the African continent, because you have a huge trade, volume of trade between China and African countries. In fact, the entire African infrastructure right now is being we've been very anxious to do trade with the United States. We have historical
You hear that?
with the language.
So the China loan is better than the loan from the US. You see? That's why you see the battle between China and the US. Africa, look at Africa. China wants to dominate the entire Africa, and I saw this long time.
Losing your grip on Africa, and I think we need not to go too far to supply the answers. Perhaps you should look at your model, the model you adopted in dealing with the African countries, and the model China came and adopted. China brought and adopted in dealing with them.
The model, the Americans, the British, and the World Bank, IMF, adopted that allowed Africa to renegotiate if they are lacking behind in terms of their repayment on loans secured. I told you of Uganda that Museveni sent delegates to China to renegotiate Ugandan loans, to which the president of China refused to see them and then say to them, there is no need for renegotiation. They've taken the loan. The loan has not been used or utilized because half of the loan ended up in their own package or in their own pocket, or the entire loan. And then fake infrastructures will then be put in place, as opposed to when the US, Great Britain, and the rest of the European Union gives loan, they will make sure it is used for that purpose. But then and again, it will still end up in their individual pocket. So look at this stupid man supporting the Damboroba China loan that will land them in hot soup. Let's listen. Did you hear that? China model is more attractive to the thieves, the rogues, the armed robbers like Festus Keyamo. Watch.
Right now, what we want to appeal to America and most of Europe, especially, is to losing its conditionalities that come along with its trade, its loans, the loans they give to Africa. America.
You see, because these fools that parade themselves as potential leaders, not knowing that they are bloody armed robbers, daylight armed robbers. They've got resources, they've got everything, they don't even need the loan. To me, let me tell you exactly what I should have done differently. Since the resources that the Western world need to develop is there in Africa, why don't you sell those resources to them? Let them pay you in their own currency. If it is 1 kilogram of gold that they want, let them pay for it. Give them the exact 1 kilogram of that gold. Don't shortchange them. Don't inflate the gold to be 1.2 or 1.1. Give them the 1 kilogram they paid for. Use that resources genuinely to help your people. In Saudi Arabia, every crude oil extracted from Saudi soil is accounted for. You have all the resources. You are in a better position to negotiate. Okay, we want it. We want your gold. We want your cobalt. We want everything that is beneath Africa, because all the weapons, all the nuclear weapons that the West will use is in Africa. Uranium, yes, we will sell you uranium, the United States. Yes, we will sell you uranium, United Kingdom. Ego. Bia, 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 bia. Ego. Bring us the money and we will sell it to you. How do you want it? What's the terms of the trade? I'm still coming there. Now watch this moronic element, this vagabond of an individual. Watch him speak.
Gives loans together with all kinds of conditionalities. They want to control your human rights. They want to control your model of democracy. China respects your own internal, peculiarities. China doesn't want to interfere in your democracy. They don't want to interfere.
Yeah, you see, China doesn't want to interfere with your democracy, but if you default, just like Adad, you've just said, you wonder how Taiwo Banuso, you said, you replied to Folake Alawiye, they'll be begging. Taiwo Banuso, here is your comment. You said Chinese are going to start seizing Nigeria assets soon. It is good we separate quick for peace and accountability. You see? Now, he's saying, the United States, the United Kingdom, Europe, they'll start telling you, interfering with your internal democracy. Your problem, Festus Keyamo, dated back. Slave trade. Madam Tinubu, successful trade, slave trader that sold her own people. She made money. The white men came that time when they needed those labor. And they paid for slave trade. You remember that slave trade video I played you? Everything is all about trade in this world. Make no mistakes. Make no mistakes. Make no mistakes. It's all about trade. And don't be shy away from that. So why can't you trade? You've got all the things. You've got the oil. You've got everything. Sell it to them. You to buy exactly what you need. The technology that is available in their own country. Yes. The expertise that is available. Yes. Let's listen to this moronic leader once again.
Your model of human rights. They don't want to interfere with your lifestyle.
China doesn't want to interfere.
But America tells you want to pass a law regarding how a man and a woman should behave. Whether a man should turn to a woman. These are purely cultural.
You see the way that you see?
That you must respect. You have to respect them. You cannot impose your own values and culture to us.
You see that?
It will tell you the kind of model of democracy I should adopt.
Now, let's ask him, Festus Keyamo, where he's kept his money, dollars stolen. Where are his children? Where exactly is he educating his children? Where has he got the money to pay for those education for his children abroad? How much is Festus Keyamo's salary that will pay for his children's school fees abroad? Because all the loans China gave them, it's been split. They want to split it. Nowhere to be found. The loan is coming straight from China, but half of the loan is in cash, liquid cash that can never be traceable in any bank account. and they will collect their own cash of the bargain. That was exactly what the white people will not do. The white people doesn't want to give you a bribe. I'll tell you another story. Let's listen to this. Painkiller.
For you to give me a loan. I'm sorry, you have to respect our own, system by which we live and, govern ourselves. And on. Now, we talked about, China bringing in a lot of its workforce to do the jobs, and what it wants us to be attracted to the fact that America does not bring its own workforce. America gives its loans and allows you to use the loans. But that's not totally true, because what China does is that is that we give them a time limit for which to train local people. So as I speak with you, they train them, they realize that they're all over Nigeria. Beautiful realize.
What? Beautiful? What? What?
And that's the China people. The Chinese have raised their game so much. What they do is that we have a lot of people right now from Nigeria in China that they are training. It's part of the exchange program. While you're doing this, we're giving you 5 years with which to exist and for the Nigerians to take over your jobs. And that's what we're concerned about.
Bullshit. Bullshit. This is bullshit.
To come and take over the jobs. So I give that conditionality on behalf of my government to most of them to say, look, you cannot stay more than this number of years. You have to train our local people in this kind of technology that you are bringing in. So you don't tie us down to technology that every time we need to change the boat, we go to China.
Yemi Fuluke, let me post your comment. You said other people on the table are looking at him like non-entity. You are right, absolutely right.
And so America can adopt that kind of model. So it's not attractive enough to tell us that you are not taking the jobs, you are bringing the loans, and then China is taking, come and take our jobs, and that's what makes you more attractive. I'm sorry, you have to look at the other issues. That we face when dealing with the United States. And that's what I think. The Africans are very sensitive about colonization now. So if they think you want to colonize us through trade, they will resist it. They will resist it. And that's what's going on. They feel that because of these conditions you are giving it, because you are giving us some loans, you want to colonize it all over again. They are very, reactive when it comes to
Okay, so China won't colonize you, Abi. China won't colonize you. Stop wasting your time, Festus Keyamo, because you are just full of bullshit.
That are using the infrastructure. So there's no reason to say we are going China so much, and because they'll come and take over our country at some point. That's marvelous. Because our people are being, creating jobs through this infrastructure. We are getting more jobs to the people.
Bullshit. See? The white people, the Americans and the United Kingdom and the Europeans, they know that every African leader stinks of corruption, stinks to high heaven with lies, deception. See? Now, this one. I hate to talk about this, but I think right now I will have to talk about this particular one. I'll have to talk about this one. Believe me. If I don't talk about it, then something is wrong with me. And I was quite flabbergasted, and I think somebody actually raised it here. But now that it is in public domain and in public glare, I love this clip. it's still taking us into somewhere. But hear what OBJ gave as reply to Oni of Ife. Baba Obasanjo, thank you very much for this. I mean, you are the only one that can utter such a thing that no one can touch. And I think right now there's a purpose for your life in Yoruba land, and I want to seize this opportunity to thank Baba Obasanjo for these utterances. Watch this. OBJ to Oni. Baba is even addressing his own people in Yoruba land, in Yoruba language, although mixed with English.
We have PDP and
AD.
It was part of one side.
See, Kabiyesi, the whole Oni.
Anybody palace go ṣe Kábíyèsí.
That's it.
Èmi ò tèmi yìí ò àsọ̀rọ̀ anybody fún gọ́fúnà tàbí fún president.
Yes, Baba Obasanjo, once again, I salute you. I don't know why the Oni publicly endorsed that rubbish, that weed smoker and cocaine sniffer, a man that's always high on lethal drugs, a man who still got drug charges against him in the United States, a man that forged certificates as well via Tokumbo Afikuyomi. Are we going to recycle all these moronic leaders again? No, sir. Oni, mi ń fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sórí adé mi dẹ̀ fẹ́ rí adé fín. Kò yẹ kẹsàn nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yẹn o, mi ì rí yín fín o, kábíyèsí o. Not at this stage. That contraption called Nigeria is fast and rightly disintegrating in your own korokoro eyes, Oni. ẹ máa ṣàtúnṣe ń bẹ̀yẹn o. Àwọn Yorùbá youths ò fẹ́ gbọ́rù nǹkan bẹ́yẹn o ni. Ẹ máa ṣe àtúnṣe, mi fẹ́ yájú sórí adé o. Because I respect the crown. The monarch should have stayed clear of politics, partisan politics. Kábíyèsí, ẹ wo role tí Ọba of Benin to play in the last election in Edo State. Why can't you emulate the same role the Oba of Benin played? You are the father of Yoruba land. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n wá da epo sí aṣọ funfun tẹ̀wọ̀. Tí Bọ́lá Tinubu bá ti da epo pupa sí ara aṣọ funfun yín, ó máa ṣòro fọ̀ mọ́, kò ṣeé fọ̀ mọ́. Ẹ tètè lọ ṣe àtúnṣe wọn ni. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá láwọn fẹ́ lọ, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kò sí election ní 2023 lórílẹ̀-èdè wa ní Oòduà land. Kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ mo tẹrí bàṣà, àgbáyé àdálẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun gidi gan ni. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ bá wa lọ́ra ẹ̀mí. Bóyá yín gangan lẹ ṣì máa ṣiṣẹ́, lẹ máa tó iṣẹ́ ìgbẹ̀yìn. Bọ́lá Tinubu, you are done. You are done. Ẹ wòran. You think it's a joke? Bọ́lá Tinubu, you think it's a joke? You want to kill us in Yoruba land for the Fulanis? Watch this bloody clip again. Ewo. Nigeria Air Force helicopter supplying arms to Fulanis in the bush. In the forest. That is Nigeria Air Force helicopter. You see that? Bola Tinubu, you can see this. They are coming to kill your own people in Yoruba land. The Nigerian Air Force helicopter supplying arms and ammunition. The Fulanis in our forest. Please, guys, please share. See that? You see? Supplying. You see that? Nigerian Air Force helicopter. You see that? You see? You see ammunition? You see that? You see that? Nigerian Air Force supplying arms to Fulani militias. See that? Good morning, Nicola. You're watching the stream live in California, West Coast of America. You see? This is the current state. You see that? Hello, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. James Ogunawo, let's post your comment. You said, who knows if it's Bola Tinubu's agents in Lagos? Nigerian Air Force helicopter supplying arms and ammunition to the Fulanis in the forest. See, okay, let's go back to our usual. Let me take you back into our usual stuff. See, you've seen how Bola Ahmed Tinubu assaulted a monarch. Now, please watch this, because you see, many people still don't understand where we are, where we're coming from, and where we are going. Watch what this Fulani man had to say. Perhaps Boya Bola Tinubu Omalongo Boron Omo Nieti Omo de Nioju Don Finrinon Ejo. Watch this.
And of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice.
Bring all the Fulanis in one fold.
And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Your Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
This is to bring in Fulanis together. We have Fulanis from other
the
countries.
issue of misconception, I say there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm
What's my business with your relations Fulani
a Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsa,
What's our business?
as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage. Something
it's not our heritage.
Is
not
African,
Yoruba's
and that we
heritage.
cannot just
And
close the border and say the Fulani
will
man is just a
renounce
Nigerian.
that
No.
1 million times.
In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the
If I understand, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this problem.
That is exactly their plans, Bola Tinubu. And you want to sell your own race. You want to sell the Yoruba heritage to all these gambo robbers. Tifnumbu, are you serious? Kàkà kí yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀, Bọ́lá Tinubu, má gbà aládùúrà sí Ọlọ́run ọba kó bá mi mú ẹ kó lọ́nà, kó di ẹni ègbé. You heard. Kàkà kó ṣẹlẹ̀, wo o máa di kíni, o máa di ẹni ègbé. Tó bá dẹ̀ di ẹni ègbé, wo sàárè ẹ nǹkan tó ń dúró dè ẹ́ ń bẹ nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó ń dúró dè ẹ́ nínú sàárè ẹ, òun mo fi hàn ẹ́ yẹn. Èmi ò tí ì rí olórí burúkú ẹ̀dá èèyàn nílé ayé mi o, tí ò like race ẹ, tí ò like ìran ẹ, tó jẹ́ pé ìran oníran, àwọn ìran má ṣàǹfààní ìwọ fẹ́ like. Ok, à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ti Chinese lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ẹ tún wá wo eléyìí o. Look at this. Look at the Chinese, what they are doing in your own stinking contraption called Location 9. Watch that.
Assalamualaikum, apa kaina? Yanzu ina jami'a ta wato jami'ar koyon
Chinese.
na waje ta Beijing. Na samu labarin cewa a wannan wata na Satumba da muke ciki an dauki wasu sabbin ɗalibai domin koya musu harshen Hausa nan da shekaru 4 masu zuwa. To yanzu sai ku biyo ni mu je mu ga yadda suke koyon harshen Hausa.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Assalamualaikum. Ya karatu? Madala.
Sunana Kabiru, sunana Yahya.
Yaya?
Sunana Yarima.
You see that?
Sunana Nafisa.
Sunana Hamza. Sunana Fadruk. Sunana Tijani.
Sunana Asma'u. Sunana Yasmin. Sunana Shuriya.
Sunana Bashir.
Bashir. Hear that?
Me kake yi? Wane ne malamin ku?
You hear? You see that?
Assalamualaikum, ni ne aku. Yaya kuke kuna lafiya? Yanzu yana da ɗalibai guda 16, mata 8 kuma mata 8. A cikin shekaru 4 masu zuwa, za mu ci gaba da koyon kamar harshen Hausa, wanda ma suna kunshe da fannoni daban-daban, kamar Hausa ta baka, rubuce-rubuce na harshen Hausa, aikin fassara da kuma da sauransu. Amma kamar yadda muka yi karatu a kasar Najeriya, za mu yi shi ne musamman ma a fannin da na farko shi ne harshen Hausa, na biyu al'adun Hausa, na biyu adabin Hausa. Ni ma ina fata da ɗalibai za su ci ma kwalliya Hausa. Na gode.
Ni Yakubu ne, Kefa, ni Audu ne, wace ce ita tambaye ce.
Lalai waɗannan ɗalibai suna ƙoƙarin karatu ko ba haka ba abokaina, har ma sun sana tuna da yada na yi karatu a wannan jami'ar. Amma ina dalilin da ya sa suka da sha'awar koyon harshen Hausa har ma suna neman samun digiri na farko a wannan fanni. To yanzu bari mu ji ra'ayoyin.
Language is a bridge between China and Africa. Not just us. In my opinion, there will be more and more people to learn Hausa language and to know their life and culture and history. I will try my best to explore it.
Shikena. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Shorayi Elode. You see that? It's not me. You see that? Oh dear God. Oh dear Lord. Now, They were all talking about Chinese loan. The Chinese loan is very favorable. Look at this. This is why they love the Chinese loan. The Chinese loan that I played you, Festus Keyamo saying it is attractive. Look at why it is attractive. Look at foreign currency. This is why it is. You see that? Only in a black African nation. Look, euro, dollars, and Chinese yen. I mean, is it? No, Japanese is yen. Thank you for that, Oluido. Yes. Fulani gradually replacing Hausa with Chinese. Yeah. Yemi Foluke, you said Yoruba, Rono. See that? That's why they are interested in Chinese loan. See? But your long mamu, Sherry. Sherry, but the long mamu won't Sherry. Sherry, a long dano sumbayan. Ewo. Sherry. 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 Sherry B. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run bó ṣe ń jà lórí àwọn èèyàn. Only in black African continent such thing will happen. And one stupid man is now telling the whole world that the Chinese loan is very attractive because the Americans and the UK and the European Union through World Bank and IMF always attach a condition that, oh, we want to trample upon your democracy. World Bank, IMF. Did Baba Obasanjo not renegotiate and they wiped out the slate clean for us through Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala? At the end of the day, did you know how Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was introduced to OBJ when he was president? George W. Bush introduced Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala to Baba Obasanjo, that this is a great asset for you. And Baba Obasanjo, as a matter of fact, went around the whole world looking for the finest and the best of the brains of Nigeria. He had a good intention as at that time. But because of financial experts such as Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, that woman was able to place us on a better clean slate, to which the World Bank and the IMF wrote certain parts of that loan agreement off completely. Yeah, Ade Crispy, African leaders. They're all the same. Does not matter. See, this is what they do. Look at, this is what they do. You see all your damn Yoruba politicians, rather than build infrastructures, rather than educate the people, rather than build roads, hospitals, schools, this is what they do.
gaji sunanta kuma akwatin zaben da ba kira kunta karbu dausar rai yan umu ba zai mana daidai ba.
That's what they do. Bastardized the people. That was in the north. What about in the south? What about the south? What about southern Nigeria? Look at, I played you this yesterday. Federal Road Safety Corps taking charge of how they'll repair the road to save lives. Watch that.
The Federal Safety Corps, a local unit, has embarked on the repair of roads to save lives. As part of their jobs is saving life. The unit command, Esther Odunse, said that repairing the road is born out of the law to save lives.
It's very, very deep. So only this one alone, only this very particular one now, is taking up to 5 bags of cement. And we still have 2 others to go and fill. So that is it. So I know that by the time we finish this work, motorists, they will be happy with us.
The officers combined efforts, gathered resources to patch some of the roads, which they say have been a source of accidents.
Or take them inside the bush. So every morning, if we come to the office, if we come in the morning, our first duty is to come and remove the vehicle on the road here. Because if we fail to do that, others will come and then enter that one again. We may not know what will happen or what will follow. So as soon as we come every morning, we come and they remove it. So looking at it, I now told myself that this is an eyesore. I don't know when the federal government will come and see this thing.
You see that?
State government. We may not know. But because it's part of our work and responsibility, I now took it upon myself.
You see that? Resuming work early in the morning to rescue people who bumped into the ditch.
How many lives they've cut short?
Push them to repair the roads. They call on well-meaning Nigerians and organizations to join hands to make the roads safer for Nigerians.
As they are looking at us doing this thing, let them emulate this kind of thing. Let them do it, because I believe if you move from here to Asaba, continue, you will still see them like that as you move down. So looking at us, let them emulate what we have just done and let them do it also.
From Iselugu, Calvin Wechi, NTA News.
Is that a country? Is that a country? I'm only asking question. Is that a country?
Yeah, G.O.D. This is the message. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. My shepherd. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán, sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán, sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn gbóhùn ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kó tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán, sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán, ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán, sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n láwọn lálágbára. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n ní àyànfẹ́ lára. Ó ní kí n sọ fọ́ba kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Tí wọ́n ò bá gbọ́ o,
Joshua, he's hungry. Today, he's not eaten any food. Literally nothing. He's not just hungry, he's starving. In all reality, Joshua will die of hunger-related disease, maybe not today, but not that too long in the future. He'll join the other 11,000 children who die daily of hunger-related diseases. Now, Joshua is not in some barren desert like the Sahara where there is no food. Literally, a 5-minute walk up this hill, there's a small supermarket where you can buy as much food as you really want or would need. Joshua's issue is that he's an orphan. His guardian neighbor is trying to raise her own 3 children by herself and then also look after Joshua and his little sister, but she has no job. How do you put food in the belly of your own children, let alone your dead neighbor's children? She tries, but what's her chances? She's got no education, she's got no unemployment benefits, she's got no social security. It's not that she's fallen through the cracks of the system, there is no system. She literally has no way to put food into Joshua's belly. This is Joshua. He watched today as some lucky children went to school. He so wishes he could go to school, but it costs 50 cents to go to school here. And he hasn't got 50 cents. 50 cents. He's not alone. Most people in this slum, they live on $1 or $2 a day. How do you take the dollars that you earn and pay rent, buy some food, and still have 50 cents left over to pay for school fees? You just can't. He won't go to school ever. No education, no learning. He'll remain illiterate, not able to read or write. And Joshua will stay here and die in this slum. And along with maybe the other 60 million children in the next decade who live in the slums on our planet. Now, I know that the Bible has lots to tell us about the poor. In fact, there are over 2,000 verses in the Bible that tell us who seemingly read and follow the Bible that we should take the side of the poor and the oppressed. And we all know that if we follow Jesus, we're following someone who himself was poor. But theology is never done in a vacuum. You see, it's one thing to believe that God loves the poor.
Yes, that was the sad story of Joshua in another shithole African country. It's the same. And you've got someone, a scumbag, that will publicly open his mouth in public domain to say to the world that China loan is far more favorable than the United States and the UK and the European loans. See, when you see things like this, I'm going to play you this clip and then begin to picture exactly what some idiots would rather come out into the public gallery to say all sorts of nonsense. Watch this.
About 14 years now, I've been an event host, MC, compare, moderator, and in about 10 years, I've moderated several events in the oil and gas industry. Particularly over the last 2 years, I was moderator at...
Let me quickly just pause this, ladies and gentlemen. The tune, Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán lórí gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú ẹ̀dá to plunge ilẹ̀ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire into a filthy state, the hell on earth. Please click the PayPal account to Whitekeys and pay him $1. I don't know if your email or whatever will be asked in that. I'm going to test that because I'm going to do it so that he can either send you an MP3 or an MP4 of that fine tune. Let's encourage ourselves. $1 is all he's asking for. Now, let's hear exactly what Joyce Daniels is having to say. I borrowed this clip and I will credit her from her. Let's listen.
About 14 years now, I've been an event host, MC, compare, moderator, and about 10 years I've moderated several events in the oil and gas industry. Particularly over the last 2 years, I was moderator at the Oil Trading and Logistics event, Africa Downstream Week. And some conversations that have come up at sessions where I moderated would just baffle me, like, are these things real? For example, do you know that in the last 3 years, the Nigerian refineries together have refined 0 crude? Nothing, zilch. But it has cost us 10 billion naira every month to maintain these same refineries. I mean, I'm like, do Nigerians know these things? The Nigerian refineries can be compared to a beat down, broken down, not serviced, engine knocked Peugeot 403, leaking, rusty, corroded, nothing, I mean nothing working. And even if we were to find the parts to change and upgrade to make it quite new, they would be extremely expensive and even difficult to find. And should they work, the quality of refined products from these refineries will be less than desired. The standard, way less than what is internationally accepted. So I'm wondering, what are we doing? One of the reasons I hadn't talked about this for some time is I was saying, what qualifications do I have? Am I an engineer? Am I a PhD holder? Am I an economist? No. I'm a Nigerian. And if it concerns me, it concerns all of us. So I wouldn't just like to talk about a problem and not prefer a solution or two. Solution number 1. Can we please lease or sell these refineries to players in the private sector that know what they are doing and can bring them back to life and possibly convert them into income-generating facilities as they were built to be? Or number 2, perhaps we should just shut them down completely, counter our losses, walk away, and possibly use the funds to encourage those who have licenses for private refineries, so that at least as a country we can together prosper even more. But by all means, we have to change something. So tell me, what do you think?
Yes, thank you very much for that, Joyce Daniels. Did you hear that? Your moribund refineries, your government, those refineries ain't producing anything, but they spend 10 billion naira every month on those refineries that are non-functional. Guess what? Do your sums. 10 billion multiply by 56 weeks makes 1 year. Well, let's say multiply by 12. Let's make it simple. 10 billion multiplied by 12. 12 multiplied by 5 will give you an idea of what is wrong in that shithole contraption called Nigeria. $10 billion to spend. And it is also in the same country that you get all these ugly images. Watch this.
Now they go walk the road, you hear people.
Nigeria.
But for that car, we go take you Thanksgiving or that driver. Cow. The guy said notice the container down the bend. He just opened the run out. I think just run out the container goes out.
Now go save the money.
Nah, life of testimony.
Nigeria. 61 bloody years.
I still did thank God finish. Maybe I arrange small C class for making the money. Okay, you're a life of testimony. God loves you. Maybe your time yet. For you to be inside this car and you notice the container falling, and you came out. After the driver said, this place is no good. Take a miss. This is water. Hey! And the container. Now you be the driver. Yeah. It's a life of testimony. Now you know that God loves you. You see, I'm here for your front. See the way they find here. Serious one. I don't know, the baby don't run now. You notice the container they fall. Just open door, come out. I think just come out, the container fall. Jesus too much. God too much. No, that side, this side. This accelerating the bend. You come tell the driver, say this thing no balance. So the driver tell him waka. And just off the motor, open door, come out, make him waka go finish. Just drive, stand here, the thing, just say, wow, on top of your motor. On top of your house.
I go carry this cat. My brother. I go carry one. I go carry this cat in time motor. We work with companies, not like that.
This is the life of testimony live from Agbajo, where a container fell on top of a car and the driver managed to come out live and direct. God is still wonderful and our God still lives. No life lost. Glory be to God. I'm signing out. I'm Obi Chukwueleme from Agbajo.
That is Nigeria, 61 years after independence. Welcome to a shithole country. Bloody shithole. Did you hear that? Bloody shithole. And it is also in the same country. Look, you get this. Whilst some people are dying and no road. What? I have an answer for you. In 5 years, 10 billion naira. Let me do this all over again for you. 10 billion. 10 billion. 10 billion naira that they spend on a moribund refinery that is not functioning every month, multiply by 12. That sums will give you 120 billion naira. Not produce, your refinery is not producing anything, but your corrupt system, corrupt government that Festus Keyamo is not talking about. In 5 years, how much is that? If every year 10 billion naira multiplied by 12 will give you 120 billion naira. Now let's multiply that by 5. That will give you 600 billion naira. Over 500 billion naira. No production. no production. No production. And then, in a shithole country, you still got this same Festus Keyamo. Listen to him talk about how they've recovered loot.
If we start to reel them out now, we will eat up all the time here. There's no government in the past that has gone after recovery of stolen funds like this president. No government in the past has done so. So much so that yesterday.
You see the man conducting the interview. Look at the way he's looking at him.
400 billion naira now in the account, in the recovery account. People should give credit when they see one. They should not be blinded by policy or hatred. No government has done it in the past. It is only under this government that you see a property worth 37 billion naira in Banana Island. And they went for an interview.
Look at his mouth.
Of the property and they advertised for 1 month. For 1 month, nobody came out to claim a property worth 37 billion. Everybody ran on every property. The federal government has recovered it on behalf of Nigerian people. Last week, 57 billion naira in various accounts. No BVN, nothing. Stolen money. The federal government also announced.
What have they done with it? Why do you keep taking loans from China?
Come and collect the monies. Everybody ran away and left those monies. Those monies have been recovered on behalf of the Nigerian people. People should
not on behalf of Nigerian people. Come on, stop lying. You are a liar. You are a bloody liar, Festus Keyamo.
And you saw that almost all the arms deal. You saw foreign ministers returning money.
The man conducting the interview was even uncomfortable.
To say that we have not moved from where we were.
Because he knows this is lies upon lies. Lies upon lies. Yeah, lies upon lies. Lies. Lies upon lies. Now, let's before we bring this, let's hear what this one too. I know that you hate this one very well, but let's hear him. Fake latex Muhammadu Buhari's media spokesperson.
For us to know, the presidential villa clinic is not up and running.
Did you see that? Did you see that gesture? That face gesture? Did you see that? Let me rewind this, and you look at Femi Adesina's face gesture. Look at that. Look at Femi Adesina's face, please. Let's roll it.
President, just yet, is it?
No, you know that.
Let's start.
For us to know, the presidential villa clinic is not up and running.
Did you see that?
As much to serve the president, just yet, is it?
Let's listen.
No, you know that facility was downgraded to medical center.
Wow.
About a year or two ago. It's not the full-fledged clinic as it used to be. Maybe it's going to be upgraded later, but it is not the same status that it was some years back. The status of that facility was reduced.
So in essence, it cannot cater for the medical needs of the president as of now.
Well, I'm not a medical person, I cannot say. But what I'll say is that President Buhari has been with the same doctors and medical team for upward of 40 years. And it's advisable that he continues with those who know his medical history. And that is why he comes to London to see them.
Just for clarification, so it is because of this reason that the president is visiting London for medical checkup, not that there are no hospitals in Nigeria that can cater for his needs.
Yes, I would also be categorical on that,
because I'm not a medical person, but what I know is that he has used the same medical team for about 14 years. So I think it's time to rate him that he continues with the team that has his medical history. Once you can afford it, then stay with the team that has your history.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, and I consider that as a premise of the last question that I asked, that it is because of that reason that he's visiting them, because there has been issues raised about the state of medical hospitals and the state of medicine practice in Nigeria, and the reason of capital flight, the reason why Nigerians embark on medical tourism, which is one of the things that this administration, the APC government, said they were going to put an end to. So is it just for that reason that the president is wanting to stick with his doctors, or that we do not have hospitals that can cater for the needs? I just want clarification.
I'll say it's a primary reason. It's a primary reason. To stay with those who have this medical history. It's a primary reason.
Okay.
And you will also recall that in recent times, some hospitals are coming up in Nigeria, particularly after.
They are all bullshitting everyone. And that's why I'm sick and tired of them all. Sick and tired of them. No mistakes. Sick to my bones and tired of them all. We will be rounding this up very soon, but before I do that, let me quickly just showcase this latex technology once again for you guys. Let me start with this one. I'm gonna start with this and then let us showcase another one. Let me show you another one so that you know exactly where we're going. What about this one?
To all my friends, the night is young, the music's loud, they playing our song. Nowhere else that I belong than here with you. Than here with you.
See that? Silicone latex technology. And the Chinese are doing a great job. In Abuja, in Asoro.
I hope we can get a little closer. Maybe even get to know your name. I wanna hear the music so loud. Get some drinks beside me right now. So baby, let it go. You happy, hello. Let's raise our glass.
You see that? I'll work on that presentation once again. Okay. Here, I want to take you through this so that you know how technology is played. I'm going to show you what technology did to different version of Kamala Harris. Watch this. Watch this. Real versus fake. What computer-generated imagery, CGI.
Every person who is in the hospital, sick with COVID-19 right now, is vaccinated.
This is a fake news, by the way. Fake media.
Virtually, it's a fact.
You see? The real one will come.
Virtually every person who is in the hospital right now, sick with COVID-19, is vaccinated. And even more, regrettably, virtually every person who has recently died
this is fake
from COVID-19 was vaccinated. The loss, the tragedy of that loss, literally every person who has died from COVID-19 that we have recently been saying was vaccinated.
Real versus fake on COVID.
And here's how I know. Virtually every person who is in the hospital, sick with COVID-19 right now, is unvaccinated.
This is the real news.
I'm going to repeat that. Virtually, it's a fact. Virtually every person who is in the hospital right now, sick with COVID-19, is unvaccinated.
The real versus fake. Make no mistakes. Real versus fake. Now, that real versus fake, let me see where that is going to lead us, because I've got this equally made up. Yes, you heard. Watch this.
Please click on the red subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then click on the bell icon for notifications.
So the whole scenario is that President Muhammadu Buhari, he died on the 19th of February. On the 19th of February, please, those analysts, if you can take notes, take pen and your paper and note these things down. Note them down carefully. I'll be giving a specific things here, specific details right now. Okay, number one, President Muhammadu Buhari died on the 19th of February, the year 2017. He died in Newcastle, in Freeman Hospital, Newcastle. He died as a result of heart problem, heart disease, which the Nigeria presidency failed to disclose. Right then, thank you. First of all, I started with this on Twitter, but Twitter, they are restricting me. I want to first of all say, you can follow me on Twitter with the name Boris Moro, B-O-R-I-S, M-O-R-O. Hello. So the Nigeria Aisha was putting on white as a sign of mourning to her husband, who is the late President Muhammadu Buhari. Then the children, according to the Muslim tradition, were putting on black. I have the video, I have the photograph and everything. You understand? Then, on the 23rd On the 23rd of February,
I left presidential
I
villa because the man
was
in Nasoro
in
is not my
Ethiopia as a
husband.
journalist. I moved around. So I was
Look
in
at the two pictures
Ethiopia
of the two
where
Muhammadu
the
Buhari,
African Union, the
right?
AU,
Is the
hold
authentic. Look at the
a
other one.
summit, a mini silence for late President Muhammadu Buhari on the 23rd of February, the year 2017.
Hold on,
Please.
hold on, please, hold on. I know that interrupting you is I know this kind of thing is very, very difficult. But please, hold on. Now, you, after covering the event, you went to Ethiopia on the 23rd of April, on the 23rd of February 2017. And you covered. You were there at the African Union Summit or whatever.
Yes.
You covered it with your own camera as a journalist, and you have the video.
Exactly, I do.
Go ahead.
On the 19th of February, I was in London by the special grace of God. I'm a journalist. I work with one of the Nigeria broadcasting stations. And one of the leading Nigeria broadcasting stations. So I covered the event in London. He died in Freeman Hospital, Newcastle. I was there. I covered the event. Then, you know, Muslims, they don't embalm people. So on the 20th of February, he was flew into Saudi Arabia where he was buried. I was there live and I covered the event where Aisha Buhari put on white attire. I think you're with me.
I've showcased this picture.
So where Aisha Buhari put on white attire and the children.
Can you pause a bit? Can you pause a bit? And let me remind Nigerians and the entire world that this event he said he covered, he have the video. He have the video.
I do.
Go ahead.
I have all the video. Then on April 17th, one American journalist by name Mark Smith, he came up to say that the corruption going on in Nigeria is unbearable, that he can only imagine how the Nigerians are surviving in that country, that there is corruption everywhere. You understand? So we just talked over all this. But what actually prompted me to come on to this tonight is, one, the Nigerian youth have been suffering 60 years of independence, 60 years of suffering and smiling, and yet the government is taking them for granted. Now the Nigerian youth, they came up to say, no, enough is enough. We don't need this anymore. Let's put an end to this. All what they could do was to send the military, to fire them. If they think maybe I am lying, let Aisha Buhari, the wife of the late President Buhari, come up to tell me that the imposter parading himself as the Buhari is her husband. If I am lying,
okay, hold it there. First of all, I want you to tell me, because you are one of the best journalists, but people don't know. Like I said, you don't need to mention your name. You don't also need to mention the Nigeria TV station where you work and all that. So now during the time when this man died, I want you to tell me, what did you do? Like, did you contact anybody in Nigeria, like any prominent politicians, and who is the person and what did you discuss? And can you tell us why, what happened that the Nigerian media didn't carry out the news, including?
So I covered the event there where the African Union hold a minute silence for late President Muhammadu Buhari. So to show their last respect to the late President Muhammadu Buhari of the Nigeria government. Then on the 28th of February, which I think is the last day of February, then Queen Elizabeth gave a condolence statement to the Nigeria government in respect of late President Muhammadu Buhari, and which went viral. Yes. So all of these, the Nigeria government led by late Abakari and with the Kaaba swept under the carpet for selfish and greed reasons. Then on the 2nd of March, Eric Joyce, the ex-British lawmaker, he issued a statement, that a condolence statement to Nigeria for the loss of her president. Are you with me, sir?
Yes.
Then they swept it under carpet, and the man got angry and came out to say that President Muhammadu Buhari is dead. If President Muhammadu Buhari if they think he is lying, that they should come out to challenge him. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yes,
that they should come out to challenge him in the court of law, that he will come out with every evidence to prove that Muhammadu Buhari is dead. As I talk to you since 2017, till this minute, nobody from the Nigerian government all across the nations of the earth came up to challenge Eric Joyce, the ex-British lawmaker. That went by. Are you getting what I'm saying, sir?
Yes.
So he told me, and he offered me money too. He offered me a bribe. He said as long as I kept quiet, then I called the vice president too, Yemi Osibanjo.
You called the vice president too? Okay.
Yes, I have his contact, but I for security reasons I wouldn't want to disclose his contact to the public. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
but if you needed one, I can give it to.
No need. Just go ahead. No need.
So I called Professor Yemi Osibanjo. I called him. I went to his office to meet him in Aso Rock in Abuja. So when I got there and I told him, sir, we understood because I was the one that covered that news. And from social place, I introduced myself to him and he welcomed me, he sat me down. I told him this according to the law that I know, because my father is in Nigeria. You understand me now? My father is in Nigeria. My mother is from the British, is from England. So I told him that according to the laws that are known in Nigeria, when the president died, the vice president automatically will become the president. You understand? As a way of moving the country forward. He said that the Nigerian government is not wrong in that system. I said no. When Goodluck Jonathan was there, that was what happened. When the president died, he was the vice president and he came up to be the president. You understand what I'm saying? And he said, please, for my safety, I should keep quiet and go my way. That the course of things will play out by itself in Nigeria. The reason I got to understand that.
Can you pause a little bit, please? I know that this is very difficult, when I'm, pausing you all the time. So, is it that because of the way you have actively trying to air this news was the reason why you were suspended and sacked or something?
I wasn't sacked, sir. I was suspended.
Okay, you were suspended. Okay. So was it the reason you were suspended?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I told them that I will publish it. Then as at that time I was receiving so many threats. Like seriously, people started threatening my life, threatening me here and there. Then I called El-Rufai, because El-Rufai was there when Buhari was being buried in Saudi Arabia. El-Rufai was there, the Sultan of Sokoto was there, Ganduje was there. As at that time, then about 10 or 11% prominent people from Nigeria were there, including other people who came to the burial ground. But the people that were there, El-Rufai was there. The Sultan of Sokoto was there. You understand what I'm saying now? Yes. So when they were burying him in Saudi Arabia, and they started threatening me. At that time, they threatened me. Because I told them I would publish the video. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. If they told that Abakari is dead, Abakari did not die of COVID-19. Coronavirus did not kill him. They masterminded his death. That is number one. I have proof for everything I'm saying because I am a media personnel and for me to say whatever thing, I know I can prove it anywhere on the earth. You understand what I'm saying? First and foremost, when after that we came to Nigeria and we tried to publish the news. Let me say categorically, I don't want to mention the name of the broadcasting this thing I work with. Don't mention it. Yeah. Our firm was suspended by the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, National Broadcasting Commission, suspended our firm, our broadcasting station from airing because we carried the news. Because they know they have information that you were there. You were there and they followed everything. So when you came to Nigeria, they suspended your firm. So I'm coming to that, sir. Let's not rush it. Abakari called me to Aso Rock. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So I flew into Abuja to go and see him, and he told me that if I can keep quiet, that my safety to be alive will be guaranteed, and for my generation to come no will suffer again as a result of the bribe he was offering me. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So I told him accepting bribe is not the problem, but my conscience will judge me till I die. Yes. So I cannot do that. And to God who made me, I'm saying this categorically, and God Almighty is my witness. I did not take a dime from him. So I left. Then I called Bola Tinubu Asiwaju, the Lagos State richest man on earth. Let me use the word. So I called him on his MTN line. I can call the line now, the MTN line that I use in reaching him. I can say it here. The number is 080-622-40104. That is the number I use in calling Bola Tinubu Asiwaju. So I called him on phone to tell him about the development, and he came on to tell me that I should shut up, I should keep quiet, and so many other trash and nonsense that he told me that at the end of the day I was suspended from my work. You understand? As a journalist. Okay, hold it there. So you called Bola Ahmed Tinubu to tell Tinubu, of course you normally call him too. This is not the first time you are calling him, by the way. We normally communicate. Okay, so you called him on this number you called now, 080-622-40104. Yes. And then he tell you to shut up and tell you a lot of things. He specifically, I can still remember, I still have the record of that conversation. You understand? Because as a journalist, you keep record of things because years to come you might need it. You understand me? Okay. So I still have the record of that conversation. So when I called him, he told me that Nigeria is not like other countries. That Nigeria ends of affair revolve and must continue to revolve around the cycle. You understand now? He told me that it must continue to revolve around the cycle, that the system of governance in Nigeria is different from every system of governance in the world, on earth.
Are you hearing that?
In Nigeria, transparency is something that they don't toy with, that they try to hide everything, that it's not everything the masses must know. It's not everything the masses, the people of Nigeria must be aware of. Buhari, that I know, if you look, when Nnamdi Kanu came up, you understand, they said that he's talking rubbish. I have never met Nnamdi Kanu on face to face. He doesn't even know me. He doesn't even know whether I'm fair or black. He doesn't know me, and I've never given him anything. He has never given me anything. You understand now? But the truth is, as a journalist, I swear and oath to stand by the truth at all times. Irrespective of what may be at stake, I swear and oath to God and to humanity.
And now you no longer work with this television station, and now because of what is going on in Nigeria, you are ready to shatter the table.
If I am not answerable to any Nigerian authority, you understand now? When I was suspended, I was waiting if my suspension would be lifted. I waited for a period of 6 months. My suspension was not lifted. Then I resigned. I sent them my resignation letter. Then I left. I started my own firm by myself. You understand me now? Which I am growing by the special grace of God. You understand what I'm saying now? Then
what we do, because a lot of people are, of course, a lot of people are demanding that we are not going to discuss here. Whether we are going to, how we're going to bring video to start flashing and stuff like that, because we want to be killing them, slowly. So we want to be killing them slowly. It is not going to be boom. So a lot of people are saying we should bring the video. We are not going to respond to that at this point, whether we are going to bring the video or not. But so long as they are following the program, following what we're doing, the videos and evidences will be dropping bit by bit.
All right. Thank you, sir. Please, I want to say something, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you are doing, and I appreciate the good people of Nigeria who stood up to say no, we cannot face this anymore. I appreciate all of you. And I understand that many of them are hearing me right now. I understand that many of them will come up to say it's a lie, nothing like that happened. But if any of them can come up to challenge me that this and this I'm saying now never happened, I will be very glad, because I will pick it up from there. I will take it to the court, to the International Court of Law. Let Aisha Buhari come up to tell me that the man he's posting as if a Buhari is the real Buhari. I will come up with every evidence, including the video of how he was wrapped with the Nigeria flag, with the green, white, green cloth. I will come up with the video of everything. Let them come and challenge me.
Okay, hold it there. So actually, the video and all these pictures were taken away from you, but you have your own backup as a journalist.
I always have backup.
All right.
I always have backup.
Go ahead.
My camera was seized as a journalist. It was seized at the airport in Lagos.
Your camera was seized at the airport as you are coming back to
in
Nigeria?
Lagos.
Okay.
Till today that I'm talking to you, I've never set my eyes on that camera.
But you have backup.
You understand what
they didn't know that. You know they are.
Of course, I have all my backup. Even this evening, I was going through the backup. I was playing all of them. I was going through them again. So if they want to debunk this thing, I'm saying that it's a lie. Nothing like that happened. How come the AU, the our presidents, held a minute silent for them? As at that time, I could remember I called the president of Ghana on this issue. The president of Ghana told me that it is not in their interest that if the people of Nigeria cried out for 30 days. That is when they will take up the case, that the AU will take up the case. As long as nobody has cried out, that it is assumed that they understood what is going on, that Nigeria is not Ghana. That is what the president of Ghana told me. You understand what I'm saying now? I understand that many of them are hearing me right now. Let any one of them come up to challenge me. I went to Ethiopia. I spoke with a prime minister, with one of the lawmakers there, and he told me that it is not in their interest. Then I accused him of being bribed. If not, he would have come up with an action, because he is the secretary of the AU, of the African Union. You understand me now?
As at then.
Yes, as at that time. So I challenged him. I accused him that they have been offered bribe, and he told me that he has never received any bribe from Nigeria, though many of them are coming with proposal. But whether he later accepted bribe, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying now? But the truth is this: Buhari is long dead in Freeman Hospital in Newcastle in London on the 19th of February, the year 2017. He's dead. Buhari is dead. He was buried in Saudi Arabia. Nobody can tell me that he's still alive. But one thing we must understand is the spirit of unity has to be strong in the Nigeria youth. You understand what I'm saying? Because any protest that does not last for 30 days cannot draw the attention of the European Union and the African Union. You understand now? So if I'm saying this to the Nigeria youth, so that they will understand what they are doing. You understand? Because right now, revolution is what is needed. That is why the Nigeria government are doing everything to block everywhere. That is why they paid people to go and shoot. Those are the people. Those are the military. The military that Buhari ordered the shooting, and the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu said that there was, at first I watched him, he said there was nothing like that. Then I called him on the phone. That was day before yesterday.
You called someone on the phone the day before yesterday?
I have their number. I called him on the phone and I asked him, why are you saying this? It is obvious across the nations of the earth. Why are you saying this? People will come after you. The Nigerian youths that I know there are calm, but when you toy with their simplicity, they will come after you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I believe that was later when he came up to say that they thought nobody died, but he began to look for possible means to change his mouth. Then I called Bola Asiwaju. Then when I learned that he was in France, I flew into France to go and see him, but I was not allowed to see him in his France mansion. You understand? Then I called him on his phone. His phone was switched off and he couldn't attend to my call. Then I went to his LinkedIn page. Yeah, I went to his LinkedIn page to contact him. And when I contacted him, he told me that he was never the one that ordered the shooting, though he was aware of it. I was asking him, why did you order people to remove that camera? He said he was not the one, that it was the governor Sanwo-Olu that ordered them to remove it. That nobody can remove it except the governor signed it. So the governor of Lagos State, he was aware of what will happen. He was aware that soldiers were going there. He let any of them come up to say this is not true, and I will publish the voice notes, the voice recording through LinkedIn that I communicated with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. You understand what I'm saying tonight?
Yes. Thank you very much. You know, some people will be saying, "Oh, this thing is not adding up." You know, sometimes when you are in the field,
Yes, I am going to remake that, and I'll distribute willingly on social media so that that can go wide. I'm going to work on that. You heard. You heard. So the man in Asarok that you feel is in Asarok, as a matter of fact, it's not the man you'd think. He's supposed to be there. You've just seen that. Let me leave that for now. Let's leave that for now. You see, it is very, very disturbing, extremely disturbing, very, very disturbing when you see such things being thrown at you left, right, and center, and you think you have leaders? Do you genuinely or honestly think you have leaders? That's why I said I'm not going to give up, because truth will always prevail, and I think I will be vindicated the day it surfaced that you've got a fake silicon latex Muhammadu Buhari in Asarok. You heard. I'm not going to give up. Truth must prevail. It must. I think I've been live 2 hours 45 minutes. Episode 1208 of The Bleeding Edge is what we are discussing today. The time in London is 18:05 exactly. Earlier on, before I round up, for those of you who probably did not tune in when the show started, I got a divine instruction, and I want to give it out to you. That divine instruction tonight, the first part, they are in 2 different batches. The first batch must be performed this midnight, and at the stroke of the midnight, get yourself a black candle. If it is possible, get yourself another white candle. The white candle, I'll give you the instruction on what to do with that. See, 12 midnight is the hour between night and day. And at the stroke of 12 midnight, Odua land time, at the stroke of that midnight in Odua land, the angel of destruction is going to descend in Odua land. Because Wednesday is Ojoru, day of destruction and day of destruction that you can destroy anything if you know what to do spiritually. Now, when you get that black candle, wherever you are on the surface of the planet as Yorubas, Yoruba sons and daughters, if you want to participate in the ritual, it is a ritual, and it is a divine ritual. That black candle, you will use midnight Odua time today. But wherever you are as Yorubas, in all the four corners of the world, perform your own rituals at the stroke of the 12 midnight your time. For those that will see Ojoru Wednesday from this part, not Asia, because you operate on a different longitude. At the stroke of midnight, what you need to do. On the black candle, what you want is this. See, Nigeria is spelt right in green. In gray at the bottom is Nigeria, but lateral reversal, which is wrong reading. That wrong reading in gray, maybe you want to write it down. That is how you write Nigeria on that black candle, reversed, lateral reversal. In the printing and publishing industry, we call it wrong reading. You write it exactly as it is in gray. Because the angel of destruction will descend in the heart of Yoruba land at the stroke of midnight, Odua land. There are other things that I am going to do from this end. In fact, I have charged my own black candle. I've really charged it, super turbocharged. Because there are other things I have to do. Because after Nigeria, we in the United Kingdom, we will enter into our own midnight. And I'll be out there because at a particular location, I have to do something, and that angel of destruction must grab my own black candle from me. And wherever you are, all of you, as Yoruba sons and daughters, you can do the same. But at the stroke of that 12 midnight, write Nigeria, lateral reversal on a black candle. Stroke of midnight, ignite the candle and let the candle burn completely down. Let it burn out completely. Now, on Monday stroke Tuesday next week, this is the instruction for your white candle. Your white candle, you will write Odua land in right reading, just like Nigeria is. You write Odua land, and if it is Yoruba that you want to write, you write it like this. Either Yoruba, I'll show you, or if you prefer Odua land, I'll post that on it for you now. That is what you need. I've just posted it. Monday night, wherever you are, Again, at the stroke of midnight, prepare your candle, prepare your white candle, because Tuesday in Yoruba land is Ojo Shegun. So Monday night, stroke Tuesday morning. At the stroke of that Tuesday morning, Ojo Shegun, light your white candle. Let that too burn completely. Don't forget, you want to write Yoruba or Odua land the way you are looking at it right in front of your screen, because that white, we've destroyed Nigeria spiritually as from this night, because black is destruction. That's why we're using black candle, and white is peace. We will all welcome that peace in Odua land. 12 o'clock midnight, Monday night, stroke Tuesday. It's a divine instruction. It's not for the faint-hearted, but nothing is going to happen to you, because we want to collapse that contraption anyway. It's already collapsed. Let's bring the stream to an end. The time in London is 18:14. Today, Tuesday, the 14th day of the 12th month of December 2021. It is episode 1208 of The Bleeding Edge. Let's bring the stream to a stop, to an end. We're going to do it again tomorrow. I've still got other materials I want to go through with you. I hope you have enjoyed it. Share it so that other people too can benefit. Click subscribe, click the like, and then hit the subscribe button and then the bell button if you prefer to watch it on YouTube. If it is Facebook, click following. And anytime I come in from any of the feeds, you're going to get a lot. Thank you for watching the stream. It's been my pleasure. We'll do it again in episode 129 of The Bleeding Edge, probably tomorrow. Thank you. Share it, and I hope to be with you very shortly. God bless you. And peace be unto you. And please, try and respect COVID. COVID is real. Don't say, oh, there's nothing called COVID. There is COVID until when we meet again, when we will screw up things the way we always do. Take good care of yourselves, and I wish you God's blessing. Good night.
You